Hello, my crafty friends and creatives from around the globe. DJ here at Hither and Yon Studio. Thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a quick little Canva tutorial because I've been getting a lot of questions about creating journal spreads. And I have some frustrated peeps out there who are trying to figure out how to do these in Canva. And there is a way to do them without a template or anything. So I'm just going to walk through that real basic solution. There are 100 other solutions for this. And please know that a lot of the stuff that I create, I'm not even creating in Canva. I'm creating it in either Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop. But I know a lot of you don't have that. So I just wanted to kind of show you a real basic way to create these. And yeah. So what I want you to do is open up a vertical size, create a design that we'll go to custom size, and we're just going to create it. I'm going to create it letter size. So 11, let me just change this to inches. 11 inches by 8.5. Now, if you're doing a different size paper, obviously you want to do that dimension for yours. And then the first thing I'm going to do is let me just go to my uploads because I have some papers in here. Let me grab one of these from my new grunge set of collage fodder. I'm looking for one that's more neutral. All right, let's try this one. All right, what I want to do is fill the page with this, and you can use whatever you want. There's a bunch of pages inside of Canva that are kind of grungy pages. So we'll do that. Let me go to Elements, and I'll look for vintage paper. And then maybe all right, so what are we going to do? We're going to lock this layer, okay? Because we don't want that moving. We want to put another layer over top of it. So I'm just going to do this one, for instance. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get the color. All right, so I'm going to lay that over, and then I'm going to go up here to transparency and just pull this down a little. So all I did there was kind of give it an overlay. All right, I'm going to lock that layer. Now nothing here is going to move. So basically on an 8.5 by 11, you have these rulers at the top, and half of that is 5.5. So I'm just what I did was I clicked over here on my ruler and I dragged. Okay, and that gave me a dividing line. So now I know where the center of my page is. And that's not going to show up when you're printing. It's just really there for you to be able to align your pages. Now let's go back and grab that page that I grabbed before. And I'm just going to turn it on its side. Whoop, let's move you back. All right, here. And I'm just going to make it a little smaller so it fits on the page. Like so. And then I'm going to grab this other one and I'm going to do the same thing, except I'll put it on a little angle. Whoop, I don't want that. Just want to make it a little smaller. All right. Oh, come on. All right. Well, we know where the center is. I'm going to move this out of my way because it's getting annoying. All right. So we'll put that down. And we'll just angle it a little this way. All right, so now we kind of have a buildup of paper. Let's see what else we got here. Got this one. I don't like that's too dark. I actually don't like this one as much either because it's pretty orangey. So I'm looking for the ones with like torn edges. It looks like most of those are in the Pro, which I have, and you may not. So what you can do is if you have an Etsy pack, and Digital Curio has a really good pack. I use her pack a lot. She is on Etsy and she has a lot of, papers that kind of look like this. Let me see. No, it's not going to let me shrink it. All right. Anyway, you get the idea. We've lined up 2 pages here. You want to try to find something that's like the same size. For this purpose, let's just do this and flip it around. And it kind of looks a little different. There we go. Okay, so I have a background. Now, your background can be any color you want. It can be polka dots. It could be whatever. As long as you've locked it, you kind of have this in place now. All right, so now that we have these 2 on here and we have them where we want to lock them. Okay, because we're going to build on top of this. So anytime you're building on top of something, you kind of want to lock them down so that they don't keep moving. And then up here, I'm just going to go and grab, let's see, what do I want? I want some dried flowers. Oh, I'll take this daisies. All right. And there's a lot of elements inside of Canva. If you're going to be using this all the time, it's well worth getting the pro version. And I know it's not everyone can afford it, but if you can, it's very much worth it. And, you get a lot of elements in here that you can use in your journals. And if you sell those journals, you can pay for your own Canva account. Just saying. All right. So let's see. We'll put you there. And then let me see if I can find a vintage postcard. And I'm doing this in a grungy, kind of feel because that's my jam. But you guys obviously can do this with whatever it is that you like. Let's do this one. I'm going to remove the background. You see how there's white there? I'm going to go to edit photo. All right. Now I remove the background. I'll put this down here. We'll give it a little angle. Maybe I'll give it a drop shadow. Whoop, go back here. Shadows. Let's do the glow. So they give it a little bit of a kind of lift, and then we can lower the intensity to lower the lift. So you can also change the color to more of like a brown to suit, your paper in the background there. Let's see if we turn up the intensity now. Yeah, it's a little more in line with the color of the page. And then you can add words, right? We can, let's see. Are there any distressed words? Let's see. Distressed. Oh, let me add the heading first. All right, now let's look for distressed. Okay, we have a couple. And again, some of these are pro, so you may not have them if you just have a free account, but you get the idea. Let's try vintage instead. Oh, if I could spell. All right. I don't like any of these. I don't know. Here, we're just going to put this. Oh, that does not look vintage at all. Bear with me. 2 seconds. I'm just going to find something a little better. I don't know. We're just going to use this. All right, journal. And we're going to change the color. We can pick a color from our images here. So maybe we'll go with this one. There we go. And then we'll move that. Come on. Maybe we'll move it down here. We'll put it up here like this. And let's fade it out a little because it looks a little... There we go. All right. And so once you build out your pages, then you can just do the share and you can download them as a PDF or a PNG or a JPEG or whatever you want to work with. And if you want to make another version of this, you can just duplicate the page and then swap out the elements to create additional, backgrounds for yourself. And then when you download them, as long as these are aligned, you should be able to print on two sides. So you print off the first side. I have a printer that doesn't print on two sides automatically. Like I have to take the paper out and flip it around. And so, but you can do that as long as you're making all your backgrounds the same size. And like I said, Canva has a lot of pieces here, but if you want to upload your own stuff, you can go and get, either some pre-made backgrounds that just are very basic and build on them, or you can just get some distressed pages and upload those through the uploads and then add them in. As long as they're PNG files and they're transparent, you should be good. Even if they're not, you can use the background remover to remove any of the white that might be on the background. And that's true of any image that has a background that is white or a color that, you want to remove. Some other things you might want to try is I got this set of grudge edges from an Etsy seller. And I don't know her name right now, but I think it's one of these. Let's see. It's not that one. I think it might be this one from Studio Adore. But there's also a set here from Canva. Oh, no, this is the one I got it from. Canva Frames by Mia. And these will let you then lay them over your letter size paper, and you can add a grungy edge. So let me see if I can copy one of these. I'm just going to Command C on my Mac. I think it's Control C on a PC. Did I lock this? I did lock this. So let me... Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to paste. So I'm going to Command V. So this is my grungy edge. And what this lets you do, and it's probably better on like a regular sheet of paper. So let's turn it because these are letter size. And you'll see what I mean. And let me get rid of these backgrounds. And let me get rid of that overlay. Okay, so now I have this laid over. And so then I can go to my elements again, and I can take any element and drop it into that frame, and it will add it as a grungy edge. So if you're trying to grunge up your pages, you can do it that way. Let's see if there's a better example. Vintage paper. This one. Like so, and then you can kind of adjust it. That's not a good example at all. Okay, there we go. And then you can, kind of use the transparency to bring it down a bit if you want. So, I just don't, I'm so used to using Photoshop brushes that to me, this is just a little too jagged for me. But if this is what you have and this is what you want to use, then that's fine. So she has a couple of different styles in here. That's that one. Let's see. We got this one. We can copy it. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to copy it and paste it. And let me get rid of this one. And we'll just bring this up. I'm sure most everybody's left, and I'm just talking to myself at this point. But anybody who's here, she's just got a bunch of different layouts. So, I mean, I don't think that some of them are bad. They're kind of cool. And I guess you could build on them. You could lock down this layer and add another layer and then use your transparency to kind of grunge it up. It could get interesting with some other types of papers and just layering them. So that could be a good way to do it. So there's some options for you. I hope this video helped. I am coming out with some additional Canva frames for junk journals. It takes a lot of time to make them. So they are coming. Just stay tuned. There's a bunch in my shop right now, but I don't have like full page spreads or anything. So they are in the works, but this should get you through so that you're not as frustrated and you have some options to build out your own pages. If this video helped and you learned from it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like videos like this and paper crafting and junk journaling, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you get updates when I release a new video. I'm happy to have you here. Thanks for stopping by the studio today with me, and have a great rest of your day or night. Bye.